If he's over there, can you keep an eye on the other two over here? They're climbing around.
You did something to your hands. Oh. What did you do?
Are they dirty?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. Good job. Go have fun.
But I'm gonna do this, Mommy.
No, I really don't want you to touch it. You could be the director. Can you make sure we're doing it right?
Don't touch.
Don't touch anything.
Say action.
Action.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Back up. You are filthy, by the way. No.
No touch.
You can't do that. No, back up. Hi, I'm Kira, and you are tuned in to Model Mama. Today, we have the wonderful pleasure of talking to a dear friend of mine, Brittany Smith. Brittany is an amazing mom of 4 triplets and 1 4-year-old boy. She is an incredible mother. She balances work and momagering, if that's a word. Okay. And we want to talk to her about the business. We want to talk to her about the business of having triplets and what that is like. And we want to talk to her about having kids in the business and what that entails and how she navigates that life. So thank you for coming to talk to me. That was a faux pas. Thank you for coming to sit down and chat with us. I wanted to talk to you firstly about the process of having triplets and tell me how insane that was.
Insane is like a light way to put it. So you get it having twins, so it's like that on steroids.
Yeah, I can't even.
Because you only have 2 arms, so you're always completely outnumbered.
So what was it like in the beginning? Like, did you have lots of help?
No.
You had no help?
Nope. And I was working full-time at an agency in the office, but I think that's what helped me keep my sanity.
Okay.
It was worth having a nanny so that I could have like adult time.
Right.
And I think that work-life balance is really what kept me sane.
Right.
I think if I would have been home all the time,
I'd really go crazy.
Yeah. And so was everybody straight away home, or were there NICUs?
So they were born at 32 weeks, 6 days. So they
Which
were
is amazing for
early.
triplets, right? Though.
Yep.
Yeah.
The goal was like 28 weeks, and then every day after that was a big blessing. So I developed preeclampsia, and my blood pressure went through the roof, and they had to take them out early. And they had NICU stay. Miley, baby B, was in the NICU for 3 weeks, and Lily Rose and Tierney, babies A and C, were in the NICU for 4 weeks.
Which is still like not bad at all.
Yeah, so they still came home before their actual due date, and they were like 4 pounds when they came home.
Wow.
But when they were first born, Tierney was like 2 pounds. Like, you could put an American Girl doll dress on her.
Oh.
She was so little. She's like a little naked little rat.
Okay, so when did you feel like life got a little normal for you with triplets?
The first year was like a total blur. It's like sink or swim, and you choose to swim, and it's more about survival versus like really enjoying those moments. 3 was a little more tough. That's when the sass came out. So like the 3-nager phase.
Right.
But it still wasn't
bad.
terrible.
Right.
I think the younger age was the hardest for me, and 4 was a really fun age. I really
4 is
enjoyed
not
4.
fun age for me with twins. It's not.
I think perspective is everything. If I would have had 1 and known, because 1 is hard, and known how hard 1 was, and then had 3, that would have been exponentially more difficult. But right out the gate, having 3, and now having 1 after that, I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is easy.
1's easy, but it's just perspective.
Right. It was opposite for me because I had 3 singles first,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'm having twins. That's not a big deal. I've done this all. I've done 3 kids. I'm fine. And then I had twins, and I was just like in a corner, balled up, crying every day. Like, please save me. And so, when did the girls express interest in the business?
I worked as an agency as an agent for TV and film, and so all the casting directors knew that I was pregnant with triplets and going crazy because they're like, ooh, we can swap them out, we can do this, we can do that. TV and film for me needed to be something that they asked to do versus me throwing them into it. But print work and modeling, that was something that's like, it's a day of work, it's not a big commitment.
Right.
And if they decide they never want to do it again, you just get through that day and they never have to do it again.
Right.
So they started doing shoots for little magazines, local department stores and that kind of stuff when they were little. And then went to their first commercial audition when they were 3, and it was for Disney, so they got to wear princess dresses, which they were all about. And then when they were 4, there was a casting for a TV show called The Vampire Diaries, and they were looking for a set of fraternal twins, one with brown hair, brown eyes, and one with blonde hair, blue eyes.
Perfect.
And I was like, all right, well, I've got one with blonde hair, blue eyes, and I've got two with brown hair, brown eyes. And so I asked them if they wanted to audition, and they had been taking, acting classes at 4. It's just more fun and learning to be silly and take direction. And Miley did not want to learn lines. Cool. She just wanted her picture taken.
Because she's
my sassafras, and
I
she just
love
wants to do pictures. And Lily Rose and Tierney, they wanted to audition, and I thought it was going to be like a 1-episode thing. And then a few days later, they were on their way to Atlanta to film an episode of The Vampire Diaries. And when we were on set is when we found out that it was the daughters of 2 of the main characters. And so I'm like, well, how would this only be a 1-episode thing? And then it was like 3 years in the future. So I was like, oh, okay, it's just like a flash forward.
She wants her on-camera time.
So it was like a 3-year flash forward in the storyline. And while we were there, Ian Somerhalder was like, we'll see you in a few weeks. And I was like,
Right.
And so it ended up being 2 seasons, and 17 episodes later, they were like established characters. It was really cool. And then it just like totally changed the trajectory of what they wanted to pursue. And so they stopped filming that. They started when they were 4, and they stopped when they were 6.5. So Lily Rose was cast to play Regina King's daughter in the HBO series Watchmen, which was really cool. And got to work with her and Yaya, who is awesome, like super humble, wonderful, wonderful cast. And then Tierney did an episode of MacGyver, and then she plays young Amy Adams in Ron Howard's Hillbilly Elegy.
Right.
And then, but she's really good at crying. So now when she cries, I'm like,
oh,
you're like a professional at this.
You're
I don't
like,
know if I believe
I don't know if this is real or not. Tell me about navigating life with 4 kids and some booking things here, some booking things there. And even Jaxon's in on it now. He's got an agent.
Yeah, he was just in Miami yesterday shooting.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, he should be shooting because he is a straight ham. Like, I mean, the cutest thing ever.
Thank you. He's so fun. Teen girls.
Yes,
yes,
thank you.
Betty.
She can stand at Lily.
She did?
No.
The little girl did?
No, I think he's talking about Jett.
Jett.
He's still convinced that it's a girl.
So it's a boy, Jett.
First of all, do you consider yourself a momager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coined that term.
And a good one.
Thank
Hence
you.
all the bookings. What advice do you have to moms out there that might want to get their kids involved in the business?
You've got to invest first before things happen. You have to invest in good marketing materials. The client's investing in you, so you have to want to do it. So investing in good marketing materials frequently.
Right.
Because
they change.
The kids change. Invest in good headshots twice a year, headshots. And then we do lifestyle pics at least twice a year. And it's a lot. It costs a lot, but you recoup that. In worst case scenario, if your kids never work, you have awesome pictures of your kids. So really it's a win-win to invest in that. In acting classes. You've got to know what to do on camera. You've got to understand the moment before and what those beats are and what you're doing in between the lines. And just like any career you want to have, you have to invest in the training. You can't be a pro baseball player without learning to play baseball. I think an agent is the best thing to start with. You don't need a manager until you actually have a career to manage. Your agent can start getting you those bookings, and then as you start developing a real resume, then the manager would be more beneficial to help procure more bookings, and stuff for you. I also don't think that you should be multi-listed. In the state of Florida, it's really common for people to have 20 agencies working for you. And what happens is, sure, you might get a lot of work, but you're never going to have anybody super passionate about you. And then you're going to have conflicts, and you're going to tick people off. And I think it's smart to have an agent in each market. It's important to have your go-to and really develop that relationship so the agents really know you and want to push for you rather than you being just a headshot in their system that they're throwing on the wall to see if it sticks.
And this part that she talked about is very different from the modeling world, where it's probably a better situation for a model to be discovered by a mother agent and be developed by a mother agent, because you have to remember mother agents don't take commission from the models. The mother agents get the commission from the agencies
agency.
that they place the models with. So in essence, you're getting someone that believes in you and is willing to develop you and place you all without being paid. So they're not seeing any money
You're
until
working for free.
Right, you're working for free, sometimes for several years, right? So it's very different from when you're acting, and it's important to kind of build some experience and then move to a manager situation, because managers take that money directly from the talent.
Correct.
Well, you were very insightful, and I'm sure you helped a lot of people, gave us a lot of information about the side of things that I don't fully know. The acting world is different for me. I really focus more on modeling, and while your kids do both, it's very helpful to give that information to those people looking to get into the world of acting. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. I have one last question. It's my question of the day. I do this at every interview, at the end of every interview.
Oh boy.
Yours is easy, don't worry. It's always a different question. Yours is Skittles or M&Ms?
M&Ms.
M&Ms. Peanut or plain?
Plain.
What? Oh my gosh.
It's too much going on in my mouth with peanut.
Okay, I was not expecting that answer. Well, I appreciate your time again. And you guys have just tuned in to Model Mama. And I am excited to have some wonderful people to work with and friends that are willing to help me out. And if you like what you see, I would love for you to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that. Take this journey with me, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.